strong.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to talk about beam systems in Revit 2022. So let's just start. This is the frame that I had from my previous video. So we are going to use this beam system, which can be found on structure tab and beam system. Now in order to do this, there are two options. Number one, an automatic beam system, and number two is the sketch beam system. So let's just start with the sketch beam system first. So first we have to predefine a boundary within which the beam system is going to be placed. So in order to do so, you can use a line and create a boundary like this, or you can also use rectangle, polygon, whatever the size is. So the first thing is the beam direction. Now these two lines over here denotes the beam are going to be placed parallel to this beam or this line. We can change the direction with these options, beam direction, and click it over here. Now the beams are going to be placed along parallel to this beam. So let's keep this like this, and next option is we are going to have layout rules. There are 4 different types which we can use in order to create our system. So just talk about one after the other. First we are going to talk about this fixed distance. So the fixed spacing, we have to give what is the distance, the fixed spacings that we have to choose. So let's just keep it as change it to 5 feet, and it will be justified center. And our beam type, we can select which member or which section we are going to use. So just give it as W12 or 26. So apply. Sorry. Now we have created a beam system with a fixed spacing of 5 feet. The 5 feet distance is between the intermediate beams that we have created. Let me just show you first quickly. This is 5 feet, so is this, but the edge beam is not 5 feet. Is excuse me, is basically the difference that I have after putting the intermediate beams at 5 feet interval and the total distance that I have divided by 2. So it get 2 feet 6 inch from one side, and another we get 2 feet 6 inch. So these two are equal. So this is the first option we can use. The next option is fixed number. Over here the numbers will be specified. We can give the number of lines. If it is 4, that means 1 2 3 4, we have 4 beams over here. But we can, if we change it to 5, we'll have 5 beams. All of the spacings are equal, including the periphery ones. The next option which we can use is maximum spacing. Maximum spacing, let's give it as 5 feet. Apply. Now the maximum spacing is the spacing between these all the beams is not going to be greater than 5 feet. We have given this as 5 feet, so it will not be greater than 5 feet. However, if every intervals are going to be equal, so let's just give it as 3 feet, and let's see. Now I have given the maximum spacing is 3 feet, but the software can't just give 3 feet for every intervals, is because this line is my whole total dimension is fixed. So in order to equally divide all the the spacings, 3 feet is not going to happen, so it is coming to 2 feet 9 3 by 8 inches. So this is the basic difference between maximum spacing and fixed distance. Now let's talk about clear spacing. Clear spacing, if I give it as 4 feet, apply. This gives the spacings from the edge of this beam to the inner edge of this beam. Inner edge from this to this is 4 feet. So center to center is not going to be 4, it's greater than 4 obviously. So my distance over here is 4 feet 6.5 inches. But these are not equally distributed. The spacings are not equal, which you can obviously see. This is 3.5, but this is also, this 3 is 4 feet 6.5. So these are the three options which we can use for this beam system to get our job done easily. There are many instances where we require this kind of beam system, especially if the project is huge, is large, and we have got a series of beams just one after the other for a continuous amount of continuous length. We can use this kind of option to get our work done pretty fast. For example, if these two beams are not present, and we have to do a whole beam system over here, it will be very easy for us to use this options rather than placing a beam one after the other. First specify the boundary, then I will specify the beam orientation, and I'm going to give a clear spacing. Yeah, clear spacing would be nice, or we can give a fixed number, whatever it is. So just give a number of I want to divide. I'm going to use 22. Okay. Now I have a beam system of 22 beams placed along this whole section. So it's easier to work in our project with this kind of commands, so that we can get this work done pretty fast. Now we can also use this beam system, automatic beam system, over by which I mean that we don't have to specify the boundary. It will take the boundary automatically by any enclosure. And the direction of the beams are going to be the on which you are placing the mouse. For example, I am placing my mouse over here along this beam, so my beam system is going to be in this direction. If I change it to here, then my beams will be perpendicular, and it will use my previous settings. So we can see, by if I click here, there will be 22 number of beams which I have given in my last last command. So I'm going to change it to 5. Apply, and we can do this all along. This will be easier. I want to over here, here, here. It will be done much faster, but this bay is not structurally okay, because we don't have a bracing between these two columns. Like in these columns we have a bracing, this beam connects from one column to another, but over here it doesn't. So it is structurally not good to use this kind of beam system. Let's check this in a 3D model. So we have got our beams placed right where we wanted it. So this is it for now. If you like this video, do subscribe, like and share, and hit the bell button. Thank you.